Welcome into AZ Audibles. I'm Jordan Ham alongside Eric Sorensen and Devin Henry. And with it being award season, we thought that we could talk about some of the best supporting characters here in the Arizona high school football scene. We saw the Golden Globes. Shout out to Regina King and Mahershala Ali for their supporting awards. But we wanted to give some here in the Arizona high school football community. Eric, let's start with you.
Well, every Batman needs a Robin, and for Jack Miller at Chaparral, his Robin, I think, is Tommy Christakis. 6'4", 200-pound wide receiver, 1,200 receiving yards, 12 touchdowns. He averaged 22 yards per reception last year. And as you know, Jordan, he's also a big difference maker in special teams. Has a huge leg, made some big field goals for them. Also averaged 42 yards per punt. He is a big-time Division I prospect. Jack Miller gets a lot of the accolades, and deservedly so, but don't sleep on Tommy Christakis.
And they've had quite the chemistry for the past couple of years.
Long-time friends, absolutely.
So, Devin, what about you?
Well, when you think of like a supporting role, I'm going to go with probably the most underappreciated group there is in football, the offensive line. There's basically no stats on them. It's hard to really tell, just on paper how good an offensive lineman truly is, but they're the most vital part of an offense, and of course recruits in college definitely know that. And I could take the easy way out and say the Centennial offensive line in general.
For years and years and years.
But instead, I'm going to go to the other side of last year's 5A state championship over at Notre Dame Pratt. Cade Bennett, and you did a story on him right before the season started, going into his senior year, a freak, monster athlete, and not to mention a slew of offers to go to college. Not only is he just a great athlete, but he also has experience now being on the offensive line for a couple of years, and with some new characters coming in the backfield after some graduations, they're going to want that experience up on the front lines in 2019.
Yeah, the first thing you notice about Cade Bennett is his size, but he moves really well too, and that's what a couple of these top offensive linemen in these upcoming classes, they all share that trait. For me, it's going to be Gunnar Maldonado over at Chandler, and he's the only guy to start on both sides of the football in the Sean Aguano era for the Chandler Wolves. You think about the talent that they've had over the past couple of years. That's incredible. So that obviously he's a big supporting role. He missed a good chunk of the season this past year due to injury, but he's a wide receiver, defensive back, makes plays on both sides of the ball, and you have a new quarterback replacing Jacob Conover this upcoming year. Having a reliable receiver is going to be huge for them, and I think Maldonado's going to be that guy. Eric, I know you have one more.
I'm going to step outside the Valley, go down to Yuma. Yuma Catholic, Gage Reese, their quarterback, led the entire state in total yards last year. And one of his go-to players is junior running back Ian Chavez. We talk a lot about dual-threat quarterbacks. How about a dual-threat running back? Chavez had over 1,000 rushing yards as well as 1,000 receiving yards, 37 combined touchdowns for the Shamrocks, who came oh so close to winning that 3A state championship.
It's obviously a team sport, and plenty of supporting members need to be in there for a team to be successful, and we wanted to highlight a couple of those. Make sure to keep it to AZ Audibles every single week for your high school football coverage on Sports 360 AZ.